Good morning, students. Welcome to the science class. That is the second video of food chapter, Food Essence of Life. Now we start that lesson. Now, midday meal. Midday meal is Indian government initiative to provide adequate nutrition to school-going children all across the nation. Free lunch to primary and middle school children is provided at government-run schools. Government aided local body education guarantee schemes under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan project. This program is provides meals to 12 crore children in over. What is the meaning of midday meal and what are the advantages of midday meal? Midday meal is started in the 1960s by K. Kamraj in Tamil Nadu and later expanded by M.G. Ramchandran in 1982. It provides lunch free of cost to all the school going children in all working days. Students, you know that world largest feeding program reaching up to 12 crore children and protecting children from classroom hunger, increasing school enrollment and attendance, improving socialization among children belonging to all castes, addressing the issues of malnutrition among children and social empowerment of women by creating employment, encouraging the poor children to attend school more regularly and help them to concentrate on classroom activities. Example: giving midday meal for school students, supplying food materials at nominal rates through fair price shops. Steps are taken to prevent unnecessary holding of food materials by the merchants and purchasing the food materials from the farmers, storing them in proper godowns and then distributing. Next is we are eating different types of food in different season. You know that, students, in summer season you are eating different food, in rainy season and winter season also. Now, which type of food you take in summer seasons? Yes, you are taking apricot, blue black raspberries, strawberries, figs, grapes, lychees, mango, melons and pomegranate, watermelon, peach and plums. A lot of fruits and vegetables also contain a large percentage of water. Some of them are cucumber, watermelon, oranges, cabbage, tomatoes, radish, green leafy vegetables. All these are eat in summer season, and we also drink more water in summer season because we are thirsty, and that keep the energy levels up. Next is best food to eat in rainy seasons. Which food items we eat in rainy seasons? Now, you are very interested in these food items, friends, like a butta, pakoras, samosa, masala chai, kachori, soup, jalebi. All these you eat in rainy seasons. Next, in winter season, we take lots of nuts, tulsi, garlic, ginger, green tea, ghee, cinnamon, and pomegranate, honey. All these we take in a winter season. You know that, students, our food changes according to the seasons like summer, rainy, and winter. All these accepts influence our food. Nowadays, our food habits are becoming similar. Some factors are responsible for the change in our food habits, like they can be described as follows, like magazines, advertisements, cooking related programs which are telecasted in TV channels and radio. The new food habits have become common due to the use of internet in mobile phones and computers. And last is cookery books. Due to the influence of factors mentioned above, our food habits have changed, like pizza, burger, sauce, samosa, cornflakes, soup, noodles, ice cream, chocolate, chips have increased instead of consuming nutritious homemade food. All these food items, they are considered as a junk food. Now, you know that, students, what is a junk food and why it is not good for our health? Listen, everyone. Junk food means any food that has poor nutritional value is considered unhealthy and may be called as a junk food. A food that is high in fat, sodium, sugar is known as a junk food. Junk food is easy to carry, purchase, and consume. Generally, a junk food is given very attractive appearance by adding food additives and color to enhance flavor, texture, appearance, and increasing long shelf life. A fast food may also be a junk food. Junk food means the food material which has less nutritional value or is unnecessary from the health point of view. Consuming sauce which is rich food item like gobi manchurian, pani puri, Chinese food has become common. The sauce which contains certain chemicals which makes our food tasty. Consuming the outside food instead of homemade food is on the increase today. So, use of ready made food is increasing in the mechanical life of cities and town. Eating fast food is also an example for this. Now, student, what is fast food? Fast food means what? Fast food is a food from a restaurant that is quick, convenient, and usually cheap. Fast food is usually higher in fat, calories, cholesterol, and sodium. You know that, students, India also has its share of fast food with samosa, vada pav, parathas, and various types of chaats. What are the effects of fast food on the body? It causes fatigue and weakness. It affects the brain function. It increases the risk of heart disease. It can cause kidney disease. It can damage our liver. It increases our risk of cancer. All these are effects of our body when we eat fast food. If we eat fast food, effects of change in our food habits and they some symptoms we can see, like people fall sick easily, poisonous chemicals enter the body due to intake of tasty food instead of healthy food, body is losing the power to fight diseases, consumption of spicy food and junk food has given rise to obesity problem. So students, don't eat fast food or junk food or outside food. You eat only homemade food. Understand, students? Next is ready-made food packets. What is ready-made food packets, students? Ready-made food packets means those you may have noticed that most of the packets food items that we get from the market have best before or expire dates on them. Expire date refers to the date before which the supplier intended the food to be consumed. It is unhealthy to consume foods after the expiry date because they are likely to have deteriorated either in flavor, texture, appearance, or nutrition. So, nowadays, food which we eat is now available in packets. While viewing them, observing the following points. What are the following points? First, you check the date of manufacture and expire date, the ingredients added to the stuff, quantity of chemicals, temperature needed to preserve the packets. Then you purchase the food packets. Next is wasting of food. Some peoples they are waste food here and there. We can see food being wasted here and there in them in many ways. Throwing away food which is worth consuming is called wasting of food. Peoples are waste food like in a marriage functions, birthday party functions, and so many examples are there. Do you know many peoples in our country go hungry and die because they do not have enough food to eat? Most of us do not even realize or think about it. We should not waste food. There are two tips we can follow to reduce food wastage. The first point is when we eat out and do not feel like eating a dish, or if there is something left over, we can pack it and give it to someone who is hungry. This way at least the food do not go waste and someone gets to fill their tummy. The second tip is at home to when food is cooked, people throw some of it. Instead, it can be packed and given to person who works in their house and people on the street or anyone who need it. Thus the food do not get waste and the needy people will be happy that they go not have to go to bed hungry. So don't waste food. इतना ही ले थाली में व्यर्थ न जाए नाली में. Why? Because a children die every 5 seconds as a result of hunger. So please don't waste food. Childrens, when you eat food, don't throw the food. Next is food preserving. Avoid preserving the cooked food in copper, aluminum, and plastic vessels. Avoid food with preservative and colors. Avoid food with artificial colors and flavors. Don't defreeze food for long time. Avoid repetitive reheating the same food in fridge. Eat fresh food. Next is method of preservation of food. What is food preservation? Food preservation is the process of treating and handling food with an aim to stop or slow down its spoilage while maintaining its nutritional value, texture, and flavor. What are the methods of food preservation? First is drying, smoking, cooling, freezing, salting, pickling, and canning. All these are the different methods of preservation. Salting. Salt causes the moisture to come out of the food. Eliminates water so bacteria cannot live. One of oldest preservation method, that is salting. Next is freezing. Freezing is another method of food storage which provides you have an extra freezing. The drawback is if there are power failures, you will need a generator to run the freezer or all the food will spoil. Next is vacuum packing. Vacuum packing stores food in a vacuum environment, usually in an airtight container, bag, or bottle. The vacuum environment strips bacteria of oxygen needed for survival, hence preventing the food from spoiling. Vacuum packing is commonly used for storing nuts. It is important to preserve our food or foodstuff without wasting and spoiling them. Nowadays, foodstuff are preserved by following methods. They are we know the taste of pickles. Salt is added to it in order to avoid spoiling for many days. Chemicals like sugar are used to preserve the fresh fruits, and grapes are dried and used as dry grapes. Fish, meat, and milk are preserved by storing them at very low temperature. It is called a cold storage, for example, fridge or a refrigerator. Good food keep us healthy physically and mentally. Food is the essence of our life. To be healthy, it is important to protect ourselves by eating good food. Next is food eating. When we eat food, we are remember these things. What are the things? Be calm and thankful to God for giving us our daily bread. Chew properly. Avoid water before, after, and during eating. Drink after few minutes. Avoid too many items in food. Eat sattvic ahar means fresh and nutritious food you eat. Eating on floor is better than table or a dining table. Avoid watching TV during eating. So students, you are also follow these things when you eat food. Next is balanced diet. A diet that contains the proper proportion of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and fibers necessary to maintain good health. So students, what is balanced diet? When we eat food which contain all the nutrients is a required quantity is called balanced diet. To keep ourselves healthy and active, it is essential to have all nutrients in a required quantity. Too much or too less of nutrients is harmful to the body. So when we eat any food, we take a sattvic ahar means fresh and nutritious food. Food is the essence of our life. To be healthy, it is important to protect ourselves by eating good food. So that lesson is completed, students. In next video we are study about the question answers of that lesson food.